Hi, everybody. So today's Sunday. That means it's time for family movie night. And this week with Valentine's, I thought it would be fun to talk about one of Nora Ephron's movies because I love Nora Ephron. I've already reviewed You've Got Mail on this channel for family movie night. So I'll put a link down to that review if you want to check that out. One of my favorite movies ever is You've Got Mail. I love it. But another one I thought of is Julie and Julia. This is actually her final movie that she made. And I think that this movie is a great movie to watch for Valentine's, especially if you're you're married or you're in a committed relationship, because both of the couples in the movie are both married couples. And so it's not like a meet and fall in love kind of story. It's a marriage kind of story. So I think they're especially good for that kind of a relationship. Now, I think there's some things they have to appreciate when watching this movie. You have to understand that this movie combined two books. One is My Life in France by Julia Child, as told to her nephew, I think. And I love that book so much. It's one of my favorite books that I've ever read. And just the way that Julia Child just was so open to opportunities in her life. And she didn't graduate from Cordon Bleu until she was almost 40. And I mean, the whole person, she basically had the whole person that we know as Julia Child was 40 plus, which is pretty amazing. Like when you think about it, like how many of us reinvent our lives at 40. So that's really inspirational to me. And I just love her and her husband, Paul. I love their marriage so much. It's definitely what I would want in a relationship because he has to sacrifice a lot for her, which I think is really beautiful, but really because they're something like La La Land, you have these people that both have these dreams and the relationship gets sacrificed for the dreams. What's great about the Childs and their relationship is that Julia's dreams became Paul's dreams, and that's really love to me. That's so beautiful. And he sacrificed, basically became a bureaucrat his whole life despite being an artist, because he loved Julia more than anything else. And I just think that's the best. And they were really sweet. This is a great one for Valentine's because they were really sweet about Valentine's and would send out Valentines each year. And you see some of that in the movie. You see them making their one Valentine where they're in the tub and the Valentine's Day dinner where they have big hearts on their chest. And they were just they were so in love. They were so wonderful to each other. And they both loved food, and they both loved Paris, and they both just amazing. They didn't get married until they were older, and I just love their whole relationship. Their whole story is just amazing. It's a great book, and I think that Nora Ephron did such a good job of adapting that book, and I think Meryl Streep is really good as Julia Child. It's a tough role. She has such a strange accent. She's just so tall. She's so just unique that it's a very difficult role. And I think she did a darn good job playing Julia Child. And I wish that it had been all Julia Child, to be completely frank. So then you have the Julie Powell part of this movie, which is the actual book, Julie and Julia. And to be honest, I absolutely hated this book. I thought it was terrible. And most books that are sort of based on a blog, despite my being a blogger, I have actively hated. They're just that relaxed kind of style of blogging. When it's in a whole book, you're just oh. And she's just so horrible and it's so profane, so narcissistic, and such a whiner. She gets no joy out of cooking these things at all. There are just tons of complaining about her husband and getting fertility treatments. And it's just an awful book. I hated it. And so the fact that Nora Ephron made it watchable, I think is actually I give them a little bit of credit, and I give Amy Adams credit because they definitely made Julie Powell way more likable in the movie than she is in the book. In the book, you just want to, she's the worst. And And so I guess I cut him some slack, but she's still not all that likable, and she still gets no joy out of doing this, and she's still just like, you just kind of want to slap her at some point, like, get it together. Like this, I don't know. She's just a very, very narcissistic, very frustrating personality. And it's not all that pleasant. It's not all that fun. But it's better than the book. And there is some like good like food porn and stuff like that, when she's making all these recipes and stuff. Also, it sort of shows like a different kind of love as far as being in a marriage that may be struggling a little bit. And yeah, like if I didn't know that she ends up cheating on him in real life, and then all that stuff kind of comes into play. But if I didn't know that and I just accepted the movie, then I probably would really like it more than I do. But anyway, so I guess it's kind of a mixed review, but I think that the Julie parts are good enough to watch. And I think the Julia Child parts are so great. So there you go. That's kind of how I feel about Julie and Julia. Let me know what you think about this one. And are you a Julia Child fan? Let me know. And if you're a foodie, like, what do you like to cook on Valentine's? Put in the comment section. And thanks so much. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll talk to you later. Bye.